And the Hawks lose by Lankinen tonight. This game is on Kevin Lankinen. He costs the Hawks tonight. I don't blame goalies really ever on games, but tonight, Lankinen cost the Hawks. It was a rough loss. The Hawks managed to battle back in the game, and, well, Lankinen in the final minutes blew it. A goaltender should goal their net and not go out in the final minutes of play to try and play the puck. He did, and it cost the Hawks. He blew this game for the Hawks. It was a couple soft goals by him tonight. The Hawks battled into it, tried to get this game to overtime, and they couldn't due to Kevin Lankinen's major gaffe in the final minute of play. This is a rough loss by the Hawks. They battled hard. They came in to try and tie it up. They did, and they blew it. They blew it. That's what it is. They blew it. What's up, Hawkthorne? But yeah, it was frankly a game the Hawks should have won, and they didn't. It was one of those games that, frankly, the Hawks should have been the victors, and they blew it in the final minute with Kevin Lankinen's major gaffe in the final minutes of play. So let's look at the stats of the game. Shots on net, 35-26 in favor for the Chicago Blackhawks. Faceoffs, 48% of the draws went to the Hawks, where the 51% to the Maple Leafs. Hawks went 0 for 3 on the power play, and the Leafs went 2 for 3. And yeah, the Hawks power play tonight was, frankly, bad. It was. Well, penalty kill and power play was bad. They managed to get momentum on one of the power plays that led to the Hawks coming back in it, but they couldn't do much afterwards on the actual power play. Shots per period, 12-11 in favor for the Hawks in the first period, 14-3 in favor for the Hawks in the second period, 9-12 in favor for the Maple Leafs in the third period. Total shots on net, 35-26. There were quite a bit of goals, as I said. It's a 5-4 final in favor for the Maple Leafs. The Hawks get on the board pretty quick in this game, though. At 1:53 in the first period, scored by number 19, Jonathan Toews, his second of the season, assisted by number 52, Reese Johnson, and number 5, Connor Murphy. This was a 2-on-1 break for the Hawks, and Toews beats Peter Mrazek to make it a 1-0 lead for the Hawks early in this game. But the Leafs tie it up pretty much immediately. Hawks go to the penalty kill, and the Leafs get a power play. This Leaf power play has been deadly for a while, and they continue it tonight. At 2:54 on the power play, John Tavares ties it up with his 13th of this season, assisted by Matthews and Nylander to make it a 1-1 game pretty quick after the Hawks make it a 1-0 lead. Then the Leafs continue their scoring at 9:14 in the first period. William Nylander, with his 13th of the season, was assisted by Tavares and Liljegren to make it 2-1 Leafs. Leafs continue at 14:32 on the power play. Austin Matthews, with his 18th of this season, assisted by Casa and Nylander to make it 3-1 Maple Leafs. The Hawks start out very strong. They get a goal, and then they blew it. Stillman got sent to the box twice, and one of those penalties led to the Leafs taking advantage to make it a 2-goal lead. We go to the second period down 3-1, and the Leafs come out and score again. At 3:25 in the second period, Engblom scores his fourth of the season, assisted by Clifford and Sivens to make it a 4-1 Leafs lead. This was, frankly, where I said it's going to be hard to come back. The Hawks have a rough offense. They have not been able to score a lot to come back in games like this. They're down 4-1 to the Maple Leafs. And, well, they come back. They come back charging. The Hawks held the Leafs to 3 shots in the second period. And, well, Hawks get a power play. They didn't score on it, but at 16:31, a few seconds after the power play, number 5, Connor Murphy, with his second of the season, assisted by number 38, Brandon Hagel, to get this game within 2. And the Hawks are now down 4-2 going into the third period, where the Hawks battle. They battled hard and they continue. And we go into the third period, momentum all on the Hawks side at 1:47 in the third period, scored by number 8, Dominic Kubalik, his 5th of the season, assisted by Kurashev and McCabe to make it a 4-3 game. And this goal was beautifully set up by Kurashev over to Kubalik. Kurashev went about 25 miles per hour down the ice and feeds it right to Kubi, and Kubalik went top shelf on Mrazek. We are within 1. And that's good to see. And the Hawks continue to battle. They were moving the puck well, keeping the shots on their side to get this game tied. And at 10:42 in the third period, scored by number 6, Jake McCabe, his second of the season, assisted by number 61, Riley Stillman, and number 22, Ryan Carpenter, to make a 4-4 game, and we are tied. Right there, I thought, okay, we should frankly be in the lead. We are battling hard. We managed to come back. We held the Leafs to 3 shots on net in the second period. We battled hard, and then we tied it. Well, with the Hawks tying it up, they allow the Leafs to gain momentum right back. And they were moving the puck well and getting the chances off. At 18:40, the biggest gaffe of the season happened. Kevin Lankinen goes out to play the puck behind the net. It bounces off the boards and right onto the stick of former Blackhawk David Camp, for Camp to bury it for the Leafs to win it for the Maple Leafs with 1:20 remaining in regulation time. Right there, it was on Kevin Lankinen. That was bad, and, well, he blew it for the Hawks in that final minute. Hawks also kind of blew it on themselves. They allowed the Leafs to gain momentum and move the puck well in their zone and get it on net. And the Hawks just couldn't contain it for the final minutes to go to hopefully get a point. And they don't, because they blew it in the final minute of play. That was a rough loss by the Chicago Blackhawks. I'm frankly have to admit, yeah, this might be having to be cost on Kevin Lankinen tonight. He was the netminder who blew the game by going out of the net to play the puck when it goes right out up front of the net for David Camp. Someone who could not really score in a Hawks uniform. So that's a rough loss by the Hawks, and they showed they could battle hard, but they blew it. That's it. So let's see what you guys said in the comments during the stream. Yeah, I know. There's really nothing we can do about it, but they blew it. That's for sure. I would not be surprised that goal against Lankinen in the final minute will be a dang it moment on YouTube. Yeah, I've noticed the Hawks playing well, and then they mess up somewhere, and they lose the game that way. Games they should win, they tend to lose, and games they should uh, lose tend to go in their favor for some reason this year. This is a rough loss by the Hawks. So I want to hear what your guys' thoughts were down in the comments down below if you're watching this review after I'm done streaming. So thank you for watching the broadcast. I know you did not enjoy the outcome. Hawks lose it 5-4 to the Toronto Maple Leafs by a massive gaffe in the final minutes of play. So thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, let's go Hawks.